Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to another Project Spark video. So, in my last video I took a look at the Crossroads mode, which is basically the kind of interactive play create mode where you have a few sort of decision trees or decision crossroads, aptly named, where you basically kind of choose these different things and they shape your world and you kind of create it as you play through. Really cool mode, really good way to get into this game and really good to kind of see what it can do. But I'm now going to jump over to the creative mode where you can really see, what you can start to do with this game. I'm going to run through the tutorial first because it kind of, it's a good way to sort of show you what you can do. It kind of all encompassing. It shows you kind of the brain, kind of prop selector, shows you how to kind of create the worlds and things like that. And by the end of it, you have kind of a very basic sort of playable level. And that's a really good way to sort of start. And then obviously afterwards, I'm then going to start taking a look at the community stuff and obviously start looking more in depth at the kind of tools myself. But for the time being, I might as well go through the tutorial that's given to me, sort of show you what it's like, and then that way you can experience it with me. So let's get started. So if we head over to the create menu and we go to tutorials, we can go to this 3D adventure tutorial. It's basically going to get me kind of to create a character, create a hero, give him some sort of basic attacks and movements, give me an enemy, and well, you're going to see it anyway. So if we start off, this is basically what you get at the beginning of the game, of the beginning kind of a blank canvas. You get this open world you can do absolutely anything with. So as I said, hero's journey begins with a hero. So we're going to open up the prop menu, which is going to allow me to choose a hero. Now the cool thing about this game is you can put a brain in absolutely anything. So I could have a rock and make it movable, or I could have like a tree. My hero of the game could be a tree if I really wanted to. If I was really trying to branch out there. It's alright, you can leave the jokes to me, don't worry. Anyway, where are we? So prop gallery. Also, you might have seen before there are like when you select things like in the kind of crossroads mode, anything that's got kind of a gold bar and sort of like a silver coin by it are basically things that you can unlock. You basically earn XP and you earn coins and you can then buy things. So if I head over to the props tab, for example, this awesome looking horn toad, I really wish I could play as that, but I don't have enough coins at the moment. So at some point, I will do, as you can see here, I could if I wanted to. Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, it doesn't matter. I haven't got enough coins for it. Anyway, but that is what I'm going to do. But for the time being, I need to choose a hero. So I could be a fish, goblin. We've already seen the goblin in the last video, so I'm going to go and do something a bit different and be this warbler bird. So I'm now going to place it down anywhere I want. From there I can obviously move it around, scale it up, do all that kind of stuff. But we're going to click on the brain and then we're going to go to the editor. Now the really cool thing about this editor, sorry I skipped through all that kind of text, but basically it's really kind of intuitive method of when and do. The idea being that when you do something, i.e. press a button or interact with something, do something else. So it's really easy to kind of design things. So you click basically when. So when where are we? When I press WAS and D, I want to click on the do option and say I want to move. There we go, quite simple. So now if we go back, click on the top arrow and go to the test option, and now see it's very small at the moment because we haven't put a camera on it, but if you see down there this little dot moving, that is my bird, and I'm moving that with WAS and D. So with that in mind, I'm going to jump back, go back to edit mode, and now click on the hero and we're going to go back to the brain and we're going to do something else with it. We're now going to give them the ability to jump. So again, when keyboard, let's make space jump, seems like an applicable button. I'm going to make him jump. Okay. Yep. And we're going to put on a modifier. Because obviously at the moment I'm basically saying when I press the space bar, you want to sort of do this action, but obviously what I actually want to do is say when you press it, jump once. Because obviously if you press WAS and D, then you want to hold it down and keep moving indefinitely. But for a jump, you don't want to kind of keep spamming it out. So I'm going to click on modifiers and go pressed. So now instead it's saying when you press the spacebar once, jump. So I have to keep pressing it if I want to jump multiple times. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to add a camera, because at the moment you can't see anything. So we're going to click on a follow camera, and we're only going to put a do on that because obviously we always wanted to follow my character. So there's no kind of when condition, it's just basically just always follow. So click back, click on the test thing here, and now straight away you can see I've got a camera around my little bird. Whoa, sorry, it looks like it's got demon laser eyes. This is a crazy bird, and I can jump. Ta-da! So moving on, let's have a look now. What else have we got? Right, so select my hero again, back to the brain. Now we're going to give it some attack powers. So we're going to click on when, again controls, mouse button left will be attack, and we want to attack. Very simple. Let's also give him a right mouse button attack, so right mouse button, and we'll use that for a projectile, so shoot. Okay, test him out again. So we go back to the test mode, and now if I click, he's got a he does a little sort of like shoulder barge attack, and he can shoot out fireballs. This is a really scary bird. Okay, so we have a fire spitting bird. let's do this. So now I've made my hero, I now need an adversary. So I'm going to go to the props tab again, and it wants me to choose the goblin. So fair enough, goblin, you sir, are going to be my nemesis. Where are you? Ah! It's alright, I'll get him. Fireball, fireball, haha. Yes, I am Jason, or whatever he's called, the guy that fought the big chap. Anyway, yes, let's do this. So, moving on. So now I've conquered basic programming, thank you very much, Project Spark. I can now use WAS and D keys to move around the camera if I want to edit stuff, Q and E keys to move up and down, and I can use the right mouse button to spin around. So these are an R and F to zoom in. Cool. So let's start creating. Mountain is your next challenge to conquer. Right, so this is the cool bit. So now obviously up until now we've had a blank canvas, so we're going to start sculpting the world. So I can, with the pen tool, I can literally draw around, make these kind of lines, but obviously with that it's not the sort of, it's doing it very, very slowly. So what I want to do is I want to change the scale of the brush first, and obviously also want to change the intensity. So now if I do that, I go whoosh, you see I've already started to make these kind of hills and mountains with very little effort. Keep expanding, let's make something crazy cool looking, move it around a bit. I want to try and make this like a sort of a spire of sorts. I don't even know what I'm creating. Anyway, that'll do for now. Oh no, it wants me to keep expanding. Oh, I have to make a tall tower. Okay. Move up a bit. Are you happy yet, game? It really does want me to keep going, doesn't it? There we go. So now I've made a very, very tall, awesome looking structure. Clearly a level designer at heart, definitely. Right, so with that brush there, I can also carve away different things. So I can switch to the erode side, and I can cut out little gaps if I so wish. I can also erode the level around me. So if I want to make like holes in the ground and stuff, craters, you know, whatever you want. Anyway, next. See, I can undo those things if I wish to, as it said there. Yeah, this bottom bar is kind of your scrub bar, so if you want to undo to at any point, I can kind of just drag back and then, you know, undo it. But anyway, we're going to adjust the intensity again. So I need to sculpt this to be awesome, apparently. I'm going to cut a hole there, and I'm going to make a interesting platform on this side. Make it so you have to jump to it, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. That'll do. Anyway, right, so with that in mind, now let's add some colour. So, paint tool. I can now use one of these things here, and I can start applying some nice looking foliage to it. Ta-da! Anyway, that will do for now. Obviously you can switch between them. I can give it different types of grass if I so wish. Right, that'll do. Now I can press the play button. And firstly I need to kill this, kill him. And maybe I might not have been very clever with my creation, but hopefully you can double jump as well. Oh yes, there we go, I can make it. And I can wander all the way up there if I want to. But anyway, we're going to come back to this for now. So, that is the first part of the level. Where are we? So, now I need to make a path. Okay, so I need to choose a second material. I'm going to... Okay, well, I did that. I probably should have chosen something better. But it wants basically what it's going to draw something as a designated path. It's not actually kind of a programmatic path, it's just basically just an indicator. If you watch the crossroads mode, you know that it kind of draws it in like a, you know, I should probably use like a nice terrain or something to indicate a path for my chap. But anyway, you know, when you really sit down and start really thinking about your levels, then obviously you'll use the textures properly, and you'll start, you know, using a stone texture for your path and like grass for everything else. But you know, this is a tutorial, so let's go with it for now. Right, so if I can click in the materials gallery, and obviously I've got a load of different things for me. So if I did want, alright, let's go with the stone path. Actually no, I like the scorch path. Let's choose that one. I'm going to go back and see it's now down here. So if I wanted to make a more identifiable path, I could go like that. Draw it. Obviously you can adjust the scale and the intensity again if you want to, so it doesn't kind of go over everything, but again, not really that bothered at the moment. So now we've got that. Prop mode, gallery, the coin prop. We need an incentive. So let's see, let's put it on the path first. More coins. So what he wants me to do is he wants me to duplicate these, clone these basically so that I can have lots of collectibles. So I can go clone. I could even use this as an incentive to kind of lead you up my path. So I could go going across here, none for a bit, and then I'll put like a load up here. So when you get here, it's like your prize pool. So yeah, there we go. There's a lot of coins. I need vegetation, so let's add a tree. What seems like a good tree? You can obviously search for all the props because there are a lot of things here. And also the cool thing about this as well is you can make your own props. Like you can combine things and stick them together and save them to make other things. So that's pretty cool. Oh, this looks cool. I like this one. You can go there. Oh, we can make it bigger using the scale tool. Yep, let's make that massive. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, that looks cool. Might even make it even bigger, but for the time being, yeah, that'll do. Perfect. And I can obviously spin it around. Oh, let's put it this way so it looks like kind of a seat or something. And obviously I can shuffle it around if I want to move it up and down and whatnot. Oh, let's put it like that, so then maybe I can climb underneath it. Perfect. And there we go. That is pretty much, well, at least for the kind of the initial part of it, that is the kind of initial 3D adventure thing. I'm going to quickly go in and want to do a couple of other things real quick. I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to make my bird a little bit bigger because that's a bit more fair. Make him bigger. Also, you can tweak these things if you click on the character and you go to their properties. I can go to Character Studio. I can go, I mean, okay, this probably isn't applicable for him. Yeah, I was hoping maybe they might have given him some sort of crazy stuff. But if you've got one of the rangers, actually, in fact, I'll show you. If I go back, you can also replace, I can replace this if I wanted to with something I chose. So, you know, let me lose that. If I suddenly decided I wanted to play as a ranger, I can replace him. Obviously, I do need to redo stuff, so I have to go back to his brain and fix that in a minute. But what you can also do, if I go to Character Studio, I can tweak the character slightly. Okay, so I had to cut it a little bit quickly because I'll admit the game did crash. It did actually happen to me. It happens a couple of times, but hey, it's a beta, so let's deal with it. Anyway, I'm jumping back in because I wanted to show you this really quickly. So yeah, what you can do is when you've got the character, I can click on them and I can go like that, and I can go to Character Studio and go to the character, and I can adjust his. I can change his head if I wanted to. Actually, let me just take off his. Go to clothing for a second, just so you can kind of see what I can do, and take his helmet off, and take his. There we go. Character. Head. Yeah, so I can change between the two different faces if I so wish. I can change his hairstyle. Obviously, again, these all elaborate later on. Let's go with that one. I can give him a moustache if I so wish, which I don't, but I will give him a beard. That's a very sort of epic looking beard. Oh, that's kind of cool, but there we go. So yeah, I can do that. Obviously, there'll be other options in different places, but I can then go to add clothing, and I can add different things depending on how I want it to look. So I'm going to go with that. That looks pretty cool. I'm going to give him a hood as well, and then obviously you've got all the different things you can tweak between these different things as well. So yeah, you can change them, and also if I go back, you can change the colour of it as well. If I go to Character Studio, go Clothing, select this option and go to Colour Mode, I can then tweak it. So for example, what I might actually do, and I think I'm going to do this later on, if I go down and make it green, and then go OK, and then make the front bit different green maybe? I don't know, something like that. I might actually start building Link for this thing. So you obviously I can change that, and if I go to the chest, obviously there's a lot more stuff here. But you know, I could start making aspects of it green, kit stitching. Anyway, the point is you get the idea. So there's a lot of stuff you can do. Even once you've got the character, there's a lot of stuff you can do to tweak them, to then make them who you want, and then. You know, that's that. Obviously, the thing I did mean to mention before the game crashed, when you do the replace character, obviously what it did is it replaced my entity with a new entity, and obviously this one here has got inbuilt properties. So if I leave for a second and go to the brain, you can see it's obviously already got its stuff in, but this is a property of an automated hero, so something that will run around and do it itself. So if I wanted to start again, you know, I can obviously go through and delete all these different things like this, and then, you know, I could obviously then go through and repeat the process, add a brain, give it some movement, some attacks, some cameras and all that kind of stuff, and then start again. That's just about it for this episode. So hopefully you found it helpful. As I said, that is the tutorial mode, the tutorial for creative mode. Obviously from there you can then just jump straight into creative mode, do your own thing, and then, you know, the world is your oyster. There is so much stuff, and I mean so much stuff you can do with this. I mean, when you look at the brains and you really start looking into it, there's just so much stuff you can add, a lot of AI and stuff, and you can interact with different objects, and, you know, you can add motors to things. I mean, if you look at the community, there is actually, like, there are things where people have made, you know, robots out of stuff, and this is how you do it. So yeah, this was a tutorial mode. Again, like I said, hopefully you enjoyed it, hopefully you found it helpful, hopefully you're looking forward to this game. Again, like I said last time, if there's something you want to see, then make sure you drop a comment down below and I will show you, or I will do a video for it, because obviously there's loads of stuff to cover in this, and I want to make sure you guys are getting what you want. Anyway, don't forget to hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, show your support. It does really help me out. Obviously, don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned for all these great videos. Also, don't forget to stay tuned to the Arix Gaming Facebook and Twitter page so you know when all these videos drop, and you get updates throughout the week. And also, don't forget to add me on Xbox One. My gamer tag is Arix. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.